Okay, folks, well, this one's gonna be a brief one for the time being. And it's just basically to see how y'all are doing, let you know I'm still here, still alive. Dude, knock it off. But I will be going out and trying this bike. Make sure I've got everything fixed on it since a few months back when I had taken a few nasty spills and fucked the bike up. So I think I've gotten everything that needs to be replaced on it, replaced and reassembled, hopefully, and sturdy to go out and ride. So, just in the off chance that I am not correct about that, that's why I'm doing this video now. All goes well, you'll see another one later today. But not to be Mr. Doom and Gloom, but I figure it's better to be cautious than foolish. So, with that in mind, it being Thursday and all, how's everybody's Thursday going out there today? Anybody have any interesting Thursday stories so far, or are y'all gonna be a bunch of tight-lipped people not paying attention? And this is a cigarette, it's not anything else, so get off my back. I'm not forcing you to smoke. But anyways, folks, for those of you who have more than a few brain cells and that's not easily influenced by what you see on TV or on your phone, good for you. For everybody else, bad for you. Well, folks, like I was saying, this is just going to be a brief one today, or for the time being. I do have a little bit of a test run to make on this bike since a few months back when I took in a couple of nasty spills and kind of did a little damage to the bike. I had to replace the front fork suspension on it, reattach a few things, pretty much scrap a good tire rim, all because it was missing one rod that ran through it, which might be for the better. Because it was that rod that kind of fucked up the second time when I took a nasty spill back in January and really messed me up. So maybe without that tire now, things will run smoother. And it's not like I haven't had somebody test this bike out for me prior to me getting on it. So it seemed to work perfectly well. Made a few minor adjustments that needed to be adjusted. So we'll find out here shortly. Unfortunately, my GoPro is acting up a little bit, so I won't be able to film the ride, but I will try to keep you updated on what the situation is until I can do another video, possibly later today or tomorrow. For any of you who really care, so I figured just let you know what's going on with that. So for everyone who watching, whether it be briefly or a long-term viewer. This is just, like I was saying, this is just going to be one of the brief update videos, fill in what's going on later with a follow-up video or either today or tomorrow. Give you guys a rundown of what's going on as far as my end. If any of you give a shit, so. Anyways. About 4:30 my time. Nice sunny day out, so it ought to be hopefully a stress-free ride. And we got Dingo down here wanting to play like always. Can you say hi, Dingo? Can you say hi, Dingo? Careful, buddy. This is the bike I will be giving a test run today again. Like I said, it's been out of commission for a few months for a few reasons. After the accident, it was a little difficult to perform the necessary work on it until the bruising in the chest and ribs and everything else healed up to where I can actually, use strength to do what I need to do. And change up the fork here on this front end. Reattach a few of the other things, brake pad, everything else, or the disc brake, handlebar, or the rod that goes up to connect to the handlebar, and a few other things. So let's hope it's gonna work to at least functionality. And seeing as it's not like I have really a whole lot of followers, I gotta worry about stalkers out there recognizing my bike. Because chances are, when a lot of you out there do get to that theory and decide to follow up on it, there's a good chance I'll have done already moved on from the bike you see now to something else. So, hopefully. But for the time being, if you're a fan or a follower, you see me, feel free to say hi. If you're in the area. Dingo, dingo, dingo. Dingo, dingo, dingo. Uh-oh. Where is it, buddy? And it's Aussie Wawa, the lounge lizard doggy. That's okay, I'm 15 years old. I deserve the right to be a lazy puppy. Or a lazy doggy. See, I've lived a long, fulfilling Chihuahua life. And I still got many more years to go. Yes, I do. Yes, you do, Aussie Poo. And you do too, Dingo Doo. I see an Aussie Poo. How are you putting on a show for the camera, buddy? You trying to say hi to your fans out there, your doggy followers? Hello everybody out there. If you decide to stick around and watch a little bit of the channel, let me know what you think. Check out some of the other prior videos I've posted. I do have channels on both, or on all of, most of the platforms. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Threads, Facebook. So, if you don't see what you like on this channel, this platform, check out the other ones. You might find something over there that I only post over on those that I don't post here. Do me a favor and like, subscribe, comment, share, all that other stuff, you know, if you feel up to it. If not, then whatever. So, with that being said, I'm a little leery on this testing of the spike, because it's been a few months since it's been out of commission, since back in late January when I took two nasty spills, hitting speed bumps that had left me pretty bruised up for the better part of a month. Bruised ribs, just bruised everything. And after getting well on that, had a medical flare-up that had stretched for the better part of a couple of months. Now I'm actually back to feeling normal, or about as normal as I can, or prior to the last few months. Which I am thankful for that, don't get me wrong. Now that the physical issues are subsided for the time being, I can focus back on getting back to work and doing all that other stuff. And that's another mountain of issues that has to be climbed and tackled when I get to it. It's going to be issues all of its own. For the job that I do, you need to renew a license every so often in order to be able to do it. And mine is up for renewal. So don't know what I'm going to do. Options are very limited at best. Anybody has any ideas or suggestions, feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Try and look at it from a good angle, or not a negative angle. So the only way you can get through this stuff, the trials and tribulations through life, try to just keep your head up, power through it, and just make do with what you can, because those low points, those hard times can only go so low and can only last so long before things start getting better. So no matter what you're going through in life, just think of that. You can only go down so far before you have to come back up again. There's never anything out there that is that returnable from that you have to do anything drastic. Anybody. If there are people out there that feel like you're getting at your ropes or at the end of your rope, feeling a little stressed, a little unsure what to do, always talk to somebody. Ask somebody that listens. Just, hell, if that's the case, if you need somebody to talk to, you ain't got nobody to listen to you. If I'm on here, get a hold of me. Leave me a message. Let me know. You'll find how much easier and more relaxing and satisfying it is once you get that stuff that you're stressing over off your chest. You say it out loud, and you'll find that sometimes just doing that will take most of the hardship out of it, most of the stress, most of the insurmountable giant, the height in the giant, And every so often it requires the assistance of other people to help you get through it, but that's what we're all here for, right? Family, friends, neighbors. We all have to rely on somebody at some point in time. Don't be the asshole that thinks you can get by without needing anybody for anything. If you're so lucky that you don't need to ask anything from anybody, just remember, at some point in life, you will. So, don't be stingy on helping people when you can. But don't be gullible enough to be taken advantage of people who are not willing to at least return the gesture, or at least put forth an effort in whatever it is that they need to, you're helping. If it's not obvious to, anybody that's watching this and listening to that. If any of this is good advice to you, then good. If not, if it sounds like something you've heard before or something that you're not interested, then give me a minute and I'll be on to another subject. But for those of you who do need somebody to listen to, there's always somebody out there that will listen to you. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't go drastic. There's nothing in life that requires anybody to go to that point at all. Even though it might seem like it at the time, it's not. And all of you people who are eager to get to the end of that tunnel, that life of yours, don't be so rushful to get there. I mean, we all got hard times, we all got issues, we all got things to deal with, but your best bet, just try to do what you can. Who's to say that there's an afterlife? Who's to say that you'll, have any kind of conscious being beyond this, existence? It's a good thought, though, or a happy, idea that there is something out there beyond the existence on this planet, this realm, and this plane. But it's the fairy tale version, We all can't sit there and believe in Santa Claus and Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy and that stuff our entire lives, especially, after you reach a certain age and you realize, you've been lied to, My point being is, I'm not saying I got the right answers, I'm not saying anybody else got the right answers, but don't be disappointed if at the end of this life there isn't anything out there that you can consciously move on to, There are religions like the Hindus that do believe in reincarnation and all that other stuff. That's a happy thought. That's something I could probably get into, but religion, period, it's... I don't want to knock anybody else's beliefs, but yeah, it's not my cup of tea, so... But I'm being more of a realist, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'd like to believe in a happy ending at the end, We all end up reuniting with loved ones that we've, that has come and gone through our lives. And now they're waiting for us wherever that next spot would be. That's always a good thought to kind of keep, but it's not a realistic one. Now, granted, I'll keep that thought in the back of my mind just in case. I could be wrong. There could be a heaven. There could be an existence beyond this that we transcend into, but so far the evidence to justify that belief is skeptical at best and insubstantial, especially bearing actual proof and hard evidence. So, but you do get people that have them stories. Oh, I died for so long, and I saw a tunnel, and this and that, and blah blah blah. I think you know what that could be power of suggestion. That could be something that those people are susceptible to seeing. You know, some people say they didn't see nothing. You know, there's just like a void. There is just nothing there to see or feel. But, anyways. What's up with everybody out there? How's your Thursday going? Anything anybody want to talk about? Anybody? Anything? Hello? Anybody and everybody that's out there that is flipping through? If you're a long-time viewer, yay. If not, maybe someday you will be. If not, that's cool too. You gotta do what is good for you. I'm just doing what is good for me right now. But anyway, folks, I guess I'm gonna get off here now. I can only procrastinate on doing what I gotta do as far as testing this bike out, make sure it's working right for so long. And I would like to get out there and do it while I still have a bit of sunlight left, just in case. So, there's a good chance I'll probably jump back on here in a few hours. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow.